Donald Trump just wrapped up a disastrous press conference in the Oval Office as the markets are absolutely tanking and the aftermarkets are absolutely tanking as well. This as Donald Trump just announced on his social media platform another 100% tariffs on China, escalating things there as Donald Trump has been totally outplayed and outmaneuvered by Xi Jinping. The NASDAQ dropped 3.5% today, or about negative 820 points. If you take a look right here at just the way the market looked, all red, all bad. So what is Donald Trump doing during this disastrous press conference? Well, lying, of course. Donald Trump claims that we just cracked $18 trillion in commitments and investments. Well, if we just cracked $18 trillion, then why is the market tanking on your imposition of another 100% tariffs on China? Here, let's play this clip.
So we have, at this moment, I think we just cracked $18 trillion in commitments and investments in our country. As an example, the last administration was far less than $1 trillion for 4 years. We're at plus $18 trillion for 8 months. There's never been anything like it in history, in any country, anywhere in the world. So
next up, Donald Trump claims during this press conference, where he has a pharmaceutical company there as well, that pharmaceutical prices are now dropping 100%, 600%, 1,000%. He's just making up numbers where drug prices can't drop that amount, because then that would mean the pharmaceutical companies are paying us. In other words, more lies. Play this clip.
And we actually did, and I was so proud of myself. We called a news conference. I announced it. It was 1/8 of 1%. 1/8 of 1%. Now drug prices are going to be going down 100%, 400%, 600%, 1,000% in some cases. But for 1/8 of a cent, Bobby, think of that. I was so proud because for 28 years, nobody had done it. And now it's... I think back to that. I said I shouldn't have had that news conference, but it's just true. I was the only one that did it, but it was not very much. And now we're going to get, in some cases, 1,000% reduction. This is going to have a huge impact on everything from Social Security to Medicare to Medicaid, anything where they're buying any prescription drugs. It's going to have an incredible impact. It's going to lower itself greatly.
Donald Trump then says that he's focusing right now on laying off the Democratic agencies and the Democratic governmental employees, whatever that means. He goes, the agencies and people the Democrats like, that's who we're firing now during the government shutdown. Again, completely pathetic behavior, and in normal times, impeachable and or 25th Amendment time. Play this clip.
Mr. President, Russell Vought said the reductions in force have begun related to this shutdown. How many layoffs have you authorized for this first round, and from which agencies?
And it will be Democrat-oriented, because we figure, they started this thing, so they should be Democrat-oriented. It'll be a lot, and we'll announce the numbers over the next couple of days, but it'll be a lot of people, all because of the Democrats. I mean, they want to give $1.5 trillion to people that came into the country illegally. More important than that, because we all have a big heart. We want people to be taken care of. But, we have 0 people coming in. You know that, Glenn, right? That's a pretty impressive number, even for a successful governor. But we've had for the last 4 months, 0 people coming in illegally. They're coming in, but they're coming in legally. They're coming in through a process that's really a really good process right now, because we want people to come in, but they have to come in legally. So what we're doing is, as these different groups come due, we're going to make a determination. Do we want them or not? And I must tell you, a lot of them happen to be Democrat-oriented. These are people that the Democrats wanted, that in many cases were not appropriate. We fought them at the time, and it was ultimately signed in. And some of these people, these are largely people that the Democrats want. Many of them will be fired. Yes, please, behind.
Donald Trump, though, starts to chicken out a little bit after imposing these additional 100% tariffs on China via social media posts. He's asked, so are you going to cancel your meeting with Xi Jinping after your message? And he's like, no, I haven't canceled it yet. Here, play this clip.
So,
I want to ask you about China, if I could. Just want to confirm, have you canceled your meeting with President Xi? And
no, I haven't canceled, but I don't know that we're going to have it. But I'm going to be there regardless, so I would assume we might have it. But, they hit the world with something that really is not anything that people are going to do. And it was shocking. I can tell you, Howard and I and Todd, we all, Scott, we were all speaking about it before. And we said, where did that come from? It was that was out of the blue, right? Out of the blue, they came up with this whole import-export concept, and nobody knew anything about it. So.
More rambling by Donald Trump about solving 8 wars. He calls them 8 transactions. He says he resolved 8 transactions. Again, everything the guy says is a lie. Here, play this clip.
I made 8 deals, transactions of wars. One was 31 years going on. 10 million people were killed. One was 34 years. One was 36, 37. One was 10. One was just starting. 2 were just starting, actually, but they were well on their way. In the case of India and Pakistan, 7 planes were shot down. It was a bad one. And I did it largely through trade. I mean, that one, numerous of them. I talked tariffs. I said, look, if you're going to do that, we're going to put very big tariffs on your country. And they were both great. They stopped fighting, and there were 2 nuclear powers. So, they're all big. They're every one of them big. You take a look at the Congo. You take a look at the Congo and Rwanda. 10 million people killed over a long period of time. Got that one solved. We did a total of 8 as of this 2 days ago. I would have said 7, which I did say, but the other one was signed up, sealed. As you know, Israel signed it just now. They signed it and they approved it today, their parliament. And it's a great honor to be involved with so many.
SimpliSafe is real security that stops crime before it starts. Traditional security systems only react and take action once someone has already broken in. SimpliSafe stops crime before it even starts by confronting potential threats the moment they appear. SimpliSafe does this with AI-powered cameras that detect threats while they're still outside your home and alert real security agents. This is the game changer. These agents take action while the intruder is still outside. They confront the intruder, letting them know they're being watched on camera and that police are on their way, and even sounding a loud siren and triggering a spotlight if needed. This is how you stop crime before it starts. That's real security. Other systems have cameras that let you talk to intruders, but they require you to see the alert yourself. SimpliSafe's monitoring agents have your back and talk to intruders even if you aren't there. I truly trust SimpliSafe. There are no long-term contracts or hidden fees. You can cancel anytime. Named Best Home Security Systems by US News and World Report for 5 years running, they also offer a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it and see the difference for yourself. I use SimpliSafe and you should too. SimpliSafe has made me feel so much safer, especially with all these, the craziness in this world. And right now, my listeners can save 50% on a SimpliSafe home security system at simplisafe.com/Meidas. That's simplisafe.com/Meidas. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
He then attacks Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois and says that he was thrown out of his family's business like a dog. He's the governor of Illinois, Donald. Are you talking about yourself, who inherited so much money from your father, but then bankrupted most of your companies, but then had NBC pretend you were a great businessman on The Apprentice? Here, play this clip.
And the governor's an incompetent guy. He's a guy that was thrown out of his family business like a dog. And I know his family very well. And now he's a governor. And when I watch him trying to say that it's okay, we have crime under control, I lost 4,000 people over a very short period of time.
Donald Trump then says he's happy about ICE agents targeting people inside the courthouse. Let's play it.
Thank you.
Mr. President, on China.
Yeah, please.
On immigration, ICE are making arrests, target arrests at courthouses in New York City and around the country.
Criminals, they're arresting criminals, that's right. Yeah, go ahead. I'm happy about it. I want them to arrest criminals. And if you take a look at D.C.,
Trump then says that Portland is a war zone, and he just describes images of Portland that are not even real. Play this clip.
And then he gets up and talks about how it's not a problem. Or Portland, Oregon. I mean, Every time I look at that place, the place is burning down. There's fires all over the place. When a store owner, there are very few of them left, but when a store owner rebuilds a store, they build it out of plywood, and they don't put up storefronts anymore. They just put wood up because they know it's going to be ripped down. And then I hear how wonderful it is. It's not wonderful. It's a disaster. That's all.
He describes Portland as almost an insurrection because he wants to invoke the Insurrection Act and declare martial law. Play this clip.
That's almost an insurrection, that place. So we put our people in there.
Regarding AstraZeneca, that's the pharmaceutical company CEO who's there. Trump just starts to make up numbers and goes, they're investing $50 billion. Here, play this clip.
Furthermore, AstraZeneca will invest $50 billion in the United States over the next 5 years for research and development of new drugs and to onshore manufacturing facilities across the country.
He then goes and says that oil is down to record lows, that it's going to be lower than $2 a gallon soon. Well, didn't you say that it was already lower than $2 a gallon? And he says prices on everything are way down. As my brother Brett wrote, I can't believe this country made the stupidest person a dictator. Play this clip.
In our quest to lower drug prices for all Americans, prices have come way down. We've gotten prices way down for groceries, for oil especially. Today we broke $60 a barrel. We think the oil is going to be under $2 a gallon very soon. That's about 70% lower than what it was just a year ago. So that's a big thing. And when the oil comes down, everything comes down. It's pretty beautiful to watch.
More lies by Donald Trump about reducing prescription drug prices by amounts that are impossible. 100, 200, 500, 700. Here, play this clip.
A big part of the company presidents have promised for years to lower the cost of health care. But my administration is actually the first to do it and do it substantially, do it at numbers that nobody thought, even I thought were not possible. When you think of it, if you got a 1%, 2%, 5%, that's good. You did a good job. We're talking about 100, 200, 300, 500, 700 in some cases, some big, big numbers. And the largest drug companies in the world are working with us to make this a reality. And so I look forward to being at your opening of that incredible facility.
Then, of course, Dr. Oz, who has a position in our government for reasons that are entirely a parody if it wasn't actually the reality we live in. He then talks about reducing drug prices 650%. Let's play it.
Drugs for lung diseases are discounted massively, and that's over here on this line. The president highlighted 650%. They're significant discounts, and these are medications. We just picked the ones for lung disease and one for metabolic syndrome, diabetes, but there are others that are included. We have
And then more Donald Trump saying, example of one particular drug that's hot, inhalers are hot. Inhalers are hot, everybody. Inhalers, they're hot. Here, play this clip.
That's true, actually. That heavily reduced most favored nations cost. Americans can expect discounts, and as I said, it could be in many cases way over 100%. And as an example, one particular drug that's hot, very hot, 654% on inhalers, COPD and asthma, as well as certain diabetics medications. They're going to be averaging about 654% reduction in price. You believe that one? The Democrats will say, well, he should have gotten more. It's crazy. In addition, all medication.
There you have it, folks. That's what Donald Trump was doing as he tanked the markets on his social media posts. We'll keep you posted every step of the way here on the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks for watching.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.